Hi, this is Subratha and welcome to Word of the Day, where we use the British primary curriculum to build your vocabulary one word at a time. And today's word is shoulder. I'd like you to give me your listening ears, children. It is going to be another long one today. And get your dictionaries if you would like to look things up, whiteboards and whiteboard pens, because you will need them later, as I will give you time to do some sentence practice. But for now, I would like you to just listen to the definitions. So let's get started. Definition 1. The upper joint of each of a person's arms and the part of the body between this and the neck. So just clearly the shoulder is this part here. This is my shoulder. Here's an example sentence. I was carrying a bag over my shoulder. Now, another way that the word shoulder can be used in this umbrella definition is when you talk about the shoulders of animals. A joint of meat from the upper foreleg and shoulder blade of an animal. So an example sentence would be when you refer to a shoulder of lamb. Another way is when you refer to the shoulder as part of a garment covering the shoulder, i.e. a jacket with padded shoulders, or the upper part of the back and arms, where the example would be a tall youth with broad shoulders. Now here, when you talk about a man with broad shoulders, you're not just talking about his shoulders alone, you're talking about the entire back area. And lastly, the word shoulder can be used to describe a person's shoulders regarded as bearing responsibility or hardship or providing strength. Here's an example sentence. For children as young as 6 or 8, to have to look after younger siblings whilst their parents work is a big responsibility for such little shoulders. So here we're talking metaphorically that they have a burden on their shoulders. There is a weight on their shoulders. But it is another way that the word shoulder can be used in this instance. Definition number 2. A part of something resembling a shoulder in shape, position, or function. So something that resembles a shoulder could be something like a hill. A point at which a steep slope descends from a plateau. A plateau is like a level area like this, or highland area. An example sentence would be the shoulder of the hill sloped down. So if you look at my shoulder, you've got this slope that comes with it. And anything like a hill that resembles the shoulder in shape, we can use the word shoulder there instead. We can use the word shoulder to describe this shape. Definition number 3. You can also use the word shoulder to talk about the hard shoulder. The hard shoulder is one of the lanes on a motorway that if you have an accident or if something is wrong in an emergency, you can go and stop there and seek assistance. Definition 4. Now we're looking at the word shoulder as a verb. Up until now, we've been looking at the word shoulder as a noun. Put something heavy over one's shoulder or shoulders to carry. Here's an example sentence. We shouldered our crippling backpacks and set off slowly up the hill. So in this instance, now they are carrying heavy backpacks on their shoulders, but this time they're saying they are shouldering their backpacks. Therefore, the word shouldered has become a verb, and you've got the ed there to show that it's also adopted a tense. Definition 5. Take on a burden or responsibility. Now this is exactly the same as the definition when we looked at the example of the little girl, except now we're looking at it in its verb form. Here's an example sentence. The day-to-day work will be shouldered by a group of people. So now we're saying that the responsibility or the workload is going to be shared. So the saying, many hands make light work, comes to mind. So if you have a really high workload being shouldered by one person, then the responsibility is quite hard to bear. But if you have lots of people, a group of people that's going to shoulder the day-to-day work, then it means that for the individual, the work really shouldn't be that hard at all. So this is how the word shoulder can be used in its verb form to talk about heavy responsibility. And finally, definition 6, push someone or something out of one's way with one's shoulder. So when you are physically trying to get to the front of a crowd, for example, and you push people out of the way, but kind of put your arm forward and shoulder people to the side, then you say that you are shouldering them away. Here's an example sentence. She shouldered him brusquely aside. That was a lot of definitions to get through, but well done if you were listening attentively. Now it's your turn to have a go at writing some sentences using these examples to look at. You're going to get, let's say, 10 minutes on the clock because there are so many definitions, and I would like you to write 6 sentences on your whiteboards, 1 for each of the definitions that we've looked at today. For definition 1, where we've got about 4 or 5 sub-definitions in there, you can pick one. 10 minutes on the clock, off you go. Excellent, children. Let's see if you can share your sentences with your teacher or your partner and make sure you identify whether you've used the word shoulder as a noun or as a verb. 2 minutes on the clock. Go. Well done, children. Let's see if we can break up the word shoulder into its sound parts. I like to break up the word like this. Sh, ol, de. Sh, ol, de. So let's see if you can have a go at spelling the word by yourself without any help. You're going to get 10 seconds. The word is going to disappear. And I'd like you to have a go and see if you can get it correct. So here's the word one more time for you to look at. And 10 seconds on the clock, off you go. Excellent, kids. Let's see if you got that correct. The word shoulder is spelled S-H-O-U-L-D-E-R. That's S-H-O-U-L-D-E-R. Excellent, children. I know that was a really long one today with 6 definitions to get through. Well done if you listened attentively all the way until the very end. If you are in a classroom, I think stickers or table points or any reward system that you have in place is in order. Make sure you ask your teacher first if you can have one of those. Well done, children. Excellent hard work again. Stay tuned for tomorrow's word of the day, and I'll see you next time. Do you know, I did shoulder yesterday, the word shoulder. I filmed it and realised that I hadn't plugged the microphone in. So checking that it's plugged in now, and I have to do it all over again. There's 6 definitions to do. Day 2 of batch whatever this is now. And I have to check the cooking, excuse me. And yeah, so going through the 100 words, I'm on word 85 now, just finished word 85. and I am going to have 100 words in the Word of the Day series, and each word is taken from the Year 5 and 6 national curriculum. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more updates on spelling, grammar and punctuation related videos. Do check out my website. Link is in the description box below. And have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Let's see if we can